a planned show yet.
Oh, well, they will now because it's really popular.
Congratulations.
That's so wonderful. Join me. I moved studios because I want to talk to you about this item from Hunter. You know, I'm just like everybody else. I'm trying to get the most amount of things in my home, spending the least amount and kind of condensing. This, you're like, oh yeah, it's a bladeless fan. It's gonna cool me off, it's oscillating. Yes, that is it. But the magic of this from Hunter, it is gonna cool you down, it's got the fan, it's oscillating, it's, you know, beautiful, it looks modern. But this is probably one of the most intricate air purifiers that I have ever seen. Because we do air purification here and we talk about it's 1 layer of purification, 2 layers, 3 layers. And I'm like, once we get past 3, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, is it 5? 4 layers of filtration that we're getting with this. So it's not just, you know, the dander, I mean, this is getting down to E. coli. I mean, we're going to everything. It's the HEPA, it's the EcoSilver, the photocatalyst, the active coconut carbon, and it's still your fan. This is a way to condense, get the most for your money. This is a $300 item from Hunter that I'm able to do this morning at $139.99. And I did say that everything this hour was free shipping. Take advantage of that. 2 different color options. That's the black. And then one closest to me is the gray on a flex pay. This is $28 to get this home. Tracy Rosa?
Yes, my friend.
You and I have done a lot of air purification together.
Uh-huh.
We've done a lot of fans together.
Yes.
The fact that I get both of those in one.
Yeah.
And the highest level of both.
So I decided to do something different this morning.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about what this doesn't do. Okay.
Are we gonna just go home? No.
All right, thank you guys, thank you.
We're done.
And scene.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, this is literally the most advanced air purification system that we have. Listen, it's that time of year, we all need an air purifier. It's that time of year, we all need a fan. So while you're pulling out those fans from the closet that have all that dust, dirt, dander, and all that pollen that's been collecting there for the last 8 months, you know, imagine being able to pull out a fan that has no blades, pulling out a fan that is only pushing out the cleanest and purest air. So this is the most advanced filtration system we have. So down here at the base is your air purifier. Up here is your fan. The thing that separates this from the other things on the marketplace, the other bladeless fans and air purifiers, is the fact, Tina, this is gonna pull in all of the dirty air. It's going to go through the base, go through 4 layers of filtration. And then the cool thing about this, Tina, is only the cleanest and purest air will come up through the fan and be pushed and oscillated throughout your house. So this is no longer pushing dirty air around. It is only pushing out the clean and purest air. And this is the best graphic to show you. So it's gonna go through that first line of defense, that EcoSilver technology, then the true HEPA, then the photocatalyst, then that UVC light, and it's gonna grab all of those air particles, the things that make your eyes water and your nose run. And like I said, it's gonna go through that filtration, it's gonna hit that fan. That fan is gonna push that clean air up through the base, and look at this. Only the cleanest, purest, freshest air is gonna be pushed around your house.
You know what, we were looking for air purifiers, my husband and I, and we started looking, and he, you know, my husband doesn't work here, so he's just a regular consumer of things. And he goes, oh, this one says it has this layer. And I go, nope, not good enough. And I go, how many layers? And he was like, is this a test? I go, listen, when you're looking for air purifiers, there cannot just be 1 layer. We're looking for HEPA. I go, look for that word. And he goes, I didn't realize they're all different. And I go, oh, yes. Like, if you're gonna get one that does all the purification that you could possibly get. But you wanna know what all of those didn't do? It wasn't also a fan. So it felt like 2 footprints.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All of these different things.
Yeah, and again, so this time of year, like I said, you're pulling out the fan. You're gonna find a place for the fan. You should have an air purifier out year round. So then again, you have a footprint for that. Why not combine the 2 most important things that you have in your house? And again, clean and fresh air. That's the objective of an air purifier. But with this bladeless fan, it's gonna push that clean, fresh air out into your environment. No longer are the days, listen, the EPA says that the air inside of our house is 50% dirtier than the air outside of our house, okay? So if you have a fan, it's just pushing that dirty air around. This bladeless fan cleans and purifies the air and pushes that air out. So look at your screen right now. If these are the things that make your eyes water, dust, dirt, dander, pollen, if these are the things that make your nose run, if these are the things that make your throat scratchy, if we can eliminate 99.97% of this stuff out of the air, you're just gonna feel better. So let's talk about that filtration system you were bragging about a second ago. So let's go ahead. So right here, we're gonna show you the 4 layers of filtration. First and foremost, you have this. This is exclusive technology. It's EcoSilver technology. This is actually gonna inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Now, what are microorganisms? Well, they're live airborne viruses and mold spores and things that have a tendency to grow on surfaces. They cannot grow on this surface. They stop growing. This will also get rid of odors in the air. That is your first line of defense. That's just number 1. Now let's get to number 2. True HEPA. This is the best of the best that money can buy. It's gonna get rid of dust, dirt, dander, pollen. Like I said, 99.97% of the things that make your eyes water and your nose run. Normally, Tina, that's it. That's where Hunter stops. We give you the 2 layers of defense. We're pumped, we're excited, you're excited. But we doubled down with this. We added a photocatalyst filter and a UVC light. Now, you've heard about UVC lights for years. We've been using them in hospitals. We use them to sanitize countertops, right? You take the UVC light and you place it over the countertop and it zaps and it kills all those viruses and stuff. So Hunter said, how do we take that technology and clean and scrub our air? Well, we're gonna add a photocatalyst filter. So when you add that photocatalyst filter and that UVC light, when the 2 of these combine, that's when the magic happens. Tina?
Yep.
Things are gonna get zapped out of your air that you did not think were even in your air. I'm talking formaldehyde.
Yep.
Okay, E. coli.
Yep.
Okay, so when they call, you know me, too much information, Tracy.
Yeah.
So we have, you know, these big conference calls about what we can and can't say. Hunter calls and they said, listen, with the photocatalyst filter and the UVC, we're gonna get rid of formaldehyde.
Yeah.
And they're bragging. I'm like, why are you bragging about having formaldehyde in your air?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, there's no way I have that. And I said to them, I said, let's be honest. I said, I don't have formaldehyde, but who would have formaldehyde? And they said, do you have anything gas in your house?
Yeah.
Do you have a gas fireplace? Do you have a gas stove? And I was like, well, I have a gas stove. And he goes, you have formaldehyde.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
He said, have you bought an area rug lately? I go, yeah, why? And he goes, when you release the plastic, when you take the plastic off of that releases formaldehyde. He said, when you bring dry cleaning home and you take it out of the bag, that releases formaldehyde. He goes, how do you get that out of the air?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. The only other way that I would get formaldehyde out of the air is through my lungs.
Yeah.
So Hunter has thought about things that you don't even think of. E. coli, I thought those lived on countertop surfaces, to be honest with you. I did not realize they were airborne. If you do not have an air purifier like this, the only other way that you're gonna get rid of that stuff is if you breathe it in and it goes through your lungs and through our body's natural filtration system.
So if you're just tuning in and you're hearing air purification, the multiple layers, and you're thinking, yep, more on like fresh on top of everybody's mind, because I don't even suffer from allergies, and I just went to the doctor 2 weeks ago. She says it's all the pollen.
Yeah.
I'm not even an allergy sufferer.
Yeah.
She says it's all just dripping in the back of my throat. And if you watch this show, you guys know I've been messing with this cough. So I went to the doctor. I'm like, am I infecting everybody? And she's like, no, it's the pollen.
Yeah.
It's just dripping in the back.
Drip. Yeah.
Yes, that's all it was. And I was like, what? I can't even do anything about that. It was about getting the pollen out of the air. My son, he's 5. He has allergies, and then he can't hear. It's mom, what? Mom, what? And he's ignoring me, but also allergies.
Selective hearing
Right?
and allergies.
And allergies. So listen, it's not by mistake that we are bringing this right now, because it's one of those where you're really being hit hard by the stuff that's in the air. This makes a lot of sense, but this really is a year-round thing, including the fan. It's the right time. You're probably, these ones that you brought down here, Tracy, we, take these out. They're old, they're rickety, they're dirty.
Well, be honest.
And they only are a fan.
They're only a fan.
Yeah.
And when was, be honest, it's okay, we're honest in this show. When was the last time you removed this grate to clean it?
Yeah.
To clean those blades. You pull this out of the closet, you turn this on. The only thing that this is moving around is dirty air.
Yeah.
Plus all of the dust, dirt, and dander that has been collecting on this forever. So you turn this on and it's pushing all of that dirty air. Remember, if you only get this for the technology of the fact that it's going to clean and purify your air and then push that clean air into your environment, if you only get it for that, that is a game changer. We all need a fan this time of year, and year-round, we need an air purifier. Why not get the most advanced air purifier that Hunter, again, been around for 130 years, we know what we're doing, why not get the most advanced filtration system we have?
But that's why it's $300. Like, to be completely honest, right? All the technology, that, $300. We, with our relationship with Hunter, are able to get this $160 off that retail value, and we're doing free shipping. Everything this hour for HSN Today is all on free shipping. I want you to take advantage. There's 2 color options. We have it in a black and a gray. Really, in my home, both would work.
Me too.
Sometimes, there's options. I'm like, nope, not for my house. Either one of these would work. But being able, the second reason we got the air purifier is, people are walking through my house, and I'm trying to have them like my house. Right. But I have a dog. Yeah. I mean, odors. There's a million reasons why an air purifier is so needed in your home. And I know you use the water demo as a thing, and I always tell people, run your finger over your television. Go to any ceiling fan in your house. Run your finger over it. Look at said finger and then ask yourself, would I lick what I just took off of my fans or my TV? You wouldn't. It's gross. It's got all this dust and stuff that is just piled up and piled up. Why would you want to consume that? You are consuming it. Every breath you take, it is going into your body. Yeah. But we just don't think about it.
No, I think that this is what I want you to understand. How many times a day do you wash your hands? How many times a day do you clean the surfaces on your countertop? It's because we see that. We see our hands and we're like, oh gosh, I went and I touched this doorknob, or I did this, I need to wash my hands. Or, I cooked tonight, so I have to clean my countertop. So you see it, so you address it. We don't see the dirt in our air, but it is there. So we forget about it, right? We're like, don't see it, forget about it, right? But at the end of the day, it is the one thing that we do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is the one thing we don't stop doing. We don't stop breathing. So why not control your controllables? Control the environment that you're in, okay? Have that beautiful breeze. Have that nice, cool, relaxing relief. And then make sure that that cool relief is the cleanest and freshest air. So I'm a seeing is believing person because, listen, for years I was like, I don't need an air purifier. I have a clean house. I vacuum all the time. I mop. I do all this stuff. And they're like, it doesn't matter what you do. Your air is still dirty. So I'm like, show me. Prove it to me. So we created this demonstration over here. I want you to see how this only pushes out the cleanest, freshest air. So look back here. You see all these balloons. They're kind of sitting stagnant. They're supposed to, because remember that this fan is not pulling in air from the back here. It's not grabbing these balloons and pushing them through. The only air that this is pushing out is that clean, fresh air. So look at here. Down here at the base. See these balloons? This is where it's getting sucked in. So all of that dirty air is getting sucked in through this base, okay? It's going through those 4 layers of filtration, and then once it is that clean, fresh air, it's coming up through the base, and then it is pushing it out through dozens of little vents in that bladeless technology. So only the cleanest, purest air is coming out and moving about your house. You have a remote control, so you can adjust it from anywhere in your room, whether you're comfy in your bed, comfy on your sofa, whatever you've got, this is gonna be usable. Remember, 4 layers of filtration, digital design, okay? And so everything on the front panel here is also on your magnetized remote control. And power, power, power. Hunter is a power horse, so this is gonna be that game changer for any room. It's about 2.5 feet tall, about 9 inches all the way around, so it's not a huge footprint, but remember, it's 1 footprint instead of 2. You're not having a fan, you're not having an air purifier, you're having both in just 1 footprint.
And I'll tell you, both of those things year-round.
Yeah.
Both. It's not
Yeah.
something, you know, you tuck away. You know, if maybe you do have these like old school fans that we were showing earlier, right? And you just bring them out during spring and summer, and then you tuck them away for fall and winter. You will utilize this every single day, because just like what Tracy said, what do we do every single day? Breathe.
Right.
And the fact that, you know, we spend so much money to seal up our homes, the windows, the doors, you are